Hello, welcome to my world. This is my story. My name is Abiola Segun-Williams. You know, sometimes the trauma that we experience or certain things that we go through can affect who we turn out to be, can affect certain things about our lives. So I remember as a young person, much younger person, I think as a teenager, yes, I was in my teenage years. I did not particularly have a lot of clothes because, my parents were not rich like that. When we were much younger, my mom used to buy us clothes at Boson's, Leventis, Kingsway. But one thing I noticed was I just hated to do anko. But you know what anko is? My sister and I, because we're big close in years, she'll buy the same thing for both of us, just different sizes. I didn't like it. I don't know why. I didn't want somebody to be wearing the same thing I was wearing. Anyway, but then, we had clothes. This was in the early 70s, mid 70s and all that. But things changed. Tides turned. By the time I became a teenager, I didn't quite have clothes like that. But my sister had more clothes. She was older. And now she of course, she entered university before me. I was still in secondary school. So they bought clothes for her. She's entering Ife, University of Ife. So they had bought clothes for her. And my mom, was thought that she would do anything for her children, like most mothers. So she had gone out of her way. I don't know where she got the money because, things were quite tight. Because I know my mom as a very industrious person, always working very hard, trying to just make her family comfortable, her children okay, and all that. So she had gotten clothes for my sister and, she had more clothes. So when my sister is not around, we wear some of her clothes. I come and remember one summer like that. The long holidays, like now when the children are at home. Then we're living at Anthony Village. So I had my sister was more, sociable than I was. Even now, I still am not. That's I may dress, more sociably, but not the party-going type. She was. So she would go out with her friends, she would, things like that. Now I was always at home, reading novels, reading books, just an introvert. Anywho, so I'd worn her clothes, and I'd gone to the other street to see a friend. As I was coming back, she too was coming from the opposite side of the long street. And, as I was coming, and she was with two guys. One guy that I liked, and one other guy that was like a snobbish, fine guy, very snobbish kind of guy, because he was aware of his looks. So she was coming with two guys, two happening guys in Anthony Village at the time. There was no turning back. There was nowhere I could run because it was a very long street and she had seen me. Hey! So by the time I got to the front of my house where she met me, Jesus is Lord. She said, Biola, King Bono, to see what show me. Biola, you don't use to hear word. You have worn my clothes again. One thing I say is that the day they were distributing shame and shyness, I weren't there. I was not among of them. Because God did not give me shame. God did not give me shame or shy. I will not be as shy. She just said it. I said, okay. And I just walked past her because I had seen her. So I had prepared myself for the worstest. The last. At least she can't tell me to come out the clothes in front of people in the broad day of afternoon light. Last, what she can say is to disgrace me. And somebody that cannot be disgraced cannot be disgraced. So when she said it, I just said, okay. And I commented. I just walked right into the gate, went back inside and took off her clothes. But did that stop me from wearing her clothes? Nope. Nope. Because she had more clothes than me. So when she's not around, like if she's in school and I come home for the holidays, I will wear her clothes. But if I see that she's coming like this, I quickly run and go and take them off. Now, this had informed a part of me that I was not totally aware of until much later. I got married to someone who would buy me clothes. He would travel and buy clothes. I was like his display mannequin. So I turned out to now have a lot of clothes. So later in years, I'm like, why do I have such passion for clothes? And I realized that it came from the desire to have, because I did not have. And so I started wanting. Now I'm tired of clothes. I've been tired of clothes since I had scleroderma, because I had to be careful of what I would wear so my skin won't be irritated or inflamed. So now I really don't care much for clothes at all. I wear what I have. I don't do ashwabi. I will not do ashwabi. When I'm going through the streets of Instagram and I'm seeing all those nice clothes on display, I just look and I come out. Doesn't affect me. I don't buy them. Hardly ever. Hardly. The only thing I buy are healthy stuff or things that I absolutely need. But as for clothes, nah. At the very most, I will copy it. And then when the need arises, I'll go and sew something like that. What is the lesson for today? Do not let your life traumas or needs determine your future, determine who you become. Don't let your lack define you, define your future. Because you didn't have something, you now try to make up for it in the future and start amassing. To what purpose? Because you see, those clothes, when you're gone, they will stay, they will remain. Your children will probably not be able to wear them because those styles have gone out of fashion. Or your children, if, for example, I know some people who all they have are male children. They don't have a single daughter. What happens to all those nice designer clothes that they bought for thousands of, well, however much money they bought them for? I remember, and this is a joke. There was one day my daughter was saying, "Mommy, I'm not saying you should die, if you die, I'll be devastated." No, that's not what I'm saying. But all these your clothes, when you die, I said, don't worry, I don't care about them. If you like them, take them. If you don't like them, give them out, And I give out and I keep giving out, but never let what you lack determine your future.